So good morning, students, and good morning all the respected faculties and management of SRM Institute, SRM University. And thanks for providing this opportunity to introduce IDP and its services to all of you. So I'll give you a little insight about IDP. Just sharing the PPT, just a minute. So basically in IDP, like we are like all the universities conduct only 3 intakes, fall intake, spring intake, and summer intake. So fall is the largest intake. That is the primary intake, you can say, start in July, August, September. Spring, like students who are not getting opportunity to get admit into fall, they can apply for spring. That is in January and February. And summer is the smallest intake. That is in April, May, and November. So November also a limited intake only, and limited programs in university and college options are available in summer intake. So when you are applying for a abroad study, what steps you guys have to take? So the first thing is that IDP will help you to select a university program, right, based on your credentials or documents given by you. So we will study your documents and then help you with your like specialization and electives that you have chosen in last year, or based on your experience. We will select the right university and right program for you. Then you can like students can plan for certain admission tests like SET, GMAT, GRE, IELTS, or other English speaking examination, right? Then you can submit your application with all credentials. Fourth option will be like you will get offer and then you can accept the offer. And then you will apply for a visa, and then certain country like USA, they conduct visa interview, right? And then you can plan for your study abroad, like you will get the departure from India to that particular destination. So these are the steps that in which IDP will help you, and these steps has to be taken by every student. So this is the recommended preparation time. Like if you're planning for certain intake, you should plan well in advance of 3 to 10 months, right? So you can shortlist the university, take the admission test like GRE, GMAT, SET, or English examinations. Prepare for your application file. You can submit the application, then university will review your application. They will give you the offer, you will accept, and then visa formalities. So there is a picture over here. I just want to ask all of you, what do you understand by this picture? What is common in these pictures? Any student?
We have got answers in the chat box, Mayank. So I think.
So Indra, can you read for me?
A lot of students are saying it is bridge, traveling, roadmap. They're all bridges.
Okay. So
it's a roadmap again, and I have they're all bridges. Yeah, most of the students say it is a bridge. I think they understood the point now.
So students who are saying bridge, they are absolutely correct. So we are having second bridge that you can see in the picture. It's not a bridge like this. So it's a bridge. So IDP plays a role of a bridge which connect you with the university, right? So IDP will give you a choice of selecting the right university and right program for you. So we will be a bridge between you and the universities. So what all services IDP offers? So IDP will help you after studying your profile, your elective. If you are like somebody is working, based on that, we will select the course and right university for you, and in that particular destination where you want to apply. Then we will help you to submit your application, like proper assistance will be given. So student in certain countries, there are certain rules. Based on that, either the student has to fill the application form and the counselor will review your application and then you can submit it. Right? Then university, after a particular time period, you will get the offer and then you will be accepting that offer. Then we will give you visa counseling. So visa will be filed and then proper counseling will be given to you. And in particular country where we have visa interview, so proper mock sessions, 5 to 6 rounds of mock sessions will be given to you. And then after receiving successful visa, you can plan your pre-departure. So like we will be inviting you or conducting a pre-departure like orientation session at the branch or virtual office, and then you can successfully depart from India. So this is all about IDP. Like we are we are the 50 years old organization that is based in Australia, Melbourne City. We are owned by 50% owned by Australian University and publicly listed company in the Australian Security Exchange. We are having more than 700 partners, which are quality universities and institutions across the globe. And we have had more than 39,000 students for pursue their quality courses in various countries. And related to IDP IELTS, as we are owner of IELTS in India and co-owner in various countries. So we owned somewhere around 450 test locations across 60 countries, including India. This number has now increased because now in India, we have taken over British Council. So this number has slightly up now. And I'm very proud to say that we are having 900 certified counselors in IDP. All counselors of all destinations are certified counselors in IDP. Right? And since pandemic situation is there, there is no need to visit the office, though offices are open and all staff members are fully vaccinated. You can visit the office, interact with them, but we are also present on virtual office where you can come and interact with all the counselors and clarify all your doubts. Any questions, any doubts over here? So IDP actually help the student to choose 6 English speaking countries and their programs. So we send a student to Australia, as this is an Australian company. So we send a student to Australia, USA, UK, Canada, New Zealand, and Ireland. Any question? Then we will start with Canada. I'm very sorry to say, like we don't, support for Germany and Japan because we are only sending a student to 6 English-speaking countries only. So Indra, I think there is no more questions. So over to you. You can start yourself. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Mayank. And I just wanted to thank the SRM authorities to give us this opportunity to help your students understand the process. So here I'll be handling the Canada, and I'll be more than happy to help you with the process. And I hope my screen is visible to you, right?
Yes, Indra.
Thank you. So before someone just finalize which country you would like to go ahead, there are so many questions in your mind. You hear a lot of information from different sources, and usually student gets into a dilemma stage where you cannot choose what is the right option for you, and that is when IDP can give you the right sourcing, the right options which can actually suit you and your profile, and of course your goals put together. So today in this seminar, we are going to cover up all the details about Canada. And yes, after this, the whole call, we'll be having a question and answer round, and we'll be more than happy to answer all your questions. And other things, students, I would be really happy to answer each and every question of yours. And please just don't think that it might be a silly question or a very small question. Should I even ask about it? No problem. We are there to help you answer, clear your questions. So here we go with the Canada's information. So we are going to talk about the complete in and out of Canada. So, what is Canada? Why should one student go to Canada? And if you're going to Canada, is the education system the same as that of India, or is there any difference? And what are my eligibility criteria? Do I really, have to take all the exams out there to qualify to the Canadian education? So, how much is it going to cost me? When can I start my process? What are the exams that I have to take? So no worries, we are going to discuss each and everything in the slides today. So we'll just go ahead with this. Okay, so I'm just going to ask some questions. For that, I'm just stopping the screen share option. Can someone just tell me what is Canada about? Like, what do you remember when you think about Canada? Any answers?
The students are answering snow and Toronto.
Students, feel free and come up with your doubts.
I'm sorry for that. Is that a technical glitch?
Yeah, Chandra, student have answered. There some of them are saying snow, then Toronto, then maple syrup, good infrastructure, free healthcare, PR.
In Canada,
Prime
but
Minister Justin Trudeau, and
okay.
easy PR for Punjabis, good immigration system and jobs.
Wow, superb. So there are so many answers. So
Yeah.
most of you are aware that about the Canadian things, right? So I'm going to throw some more light on this. Yes, it is easy for PR and all that, and at the same time, it's not about Punjabis only, guys. We also have a lot of Telugu people in Canada, and yeah, because Punjabis were the ones who started migrating fast, so obviously their population is a bit higher than that of us. But it's not only about Punjabis, it is all about Telugu people also. We are everywhere. We have conquered the world, guys. So, yeah, another thing which keeps a lot of students, in a dilemma, which should I choose Canada or not, is because of its weather. A lot of people claim that it is very cool country. I can't go to that country. No, guys, it's not at all true. Canada has 4 beautiful seasons, and of course, the winters are a bit cooler when compared to that of India. You can't compare it with India, of course. But yeah, it is not something that you can't bear it all the while. Like the way you have your air conditions here, like which are, the same way they have their warmers over there. So it is not really hard to survive the winters in Canada. And of course, that is only one season, which is a bit extra cold, but you also have 3 other seasons where you can actually enjoy the climate. And at the same time, your classrooms, your accommodation places are all well equipped with warmers. So you really don't have to get that I'm going to be having cold feet all the time. No. So that's just about the weather. And yes, why is it giving away a lot of PR opportunities in Canada? That the main reason is that it's the second largest country after Russia, because in terms of the land space. But when it comes to the population, it has very, very less population, guys. It's very less. I should be saying it's around 3.9 million, and which is considered to be on the some 40th 40th rank at the demographic states. Okay, so that's the reason a lot of immigration is happening in Canada. They wanted matured and educated students who wanted to come to Canada, study there, understand their requirements, and be a prospective job curriculum over there, right? And coming to the next fact, as everybody has a checklist, right, before you go ahead and apply for any institutions, right? So obviously you'll have your preferences. So these are the most these are the priority list when a student has to consider when you're finalizing for a university or a college or a destination. So first of all, let me tell you, most of the institutions in Canada that we are dealing with are actually having a DLI number. Now, what is this DLI number? So, like the way your SRM University is, accredited with all the required certifications of the Education Council in India, the same way, any institution that we are providing services with will always have a DLI number. What is this DLI number? It is a designated learning institution. The way you have accreditations in India, they have the same system in Canada as well. So, if you're going to those institutions, you'll be having your diploma as a valid one or a master's as a valid one. So we'll make sure that it is a DI numbered institution so that you'll not face any other future issues, right? And the next thing is that how affordable the tuition could be and what is the budget and all that. You all obviously you wanted to go for a nice institution, but it is going to cost you like lakhs and lakhs together. Will that be a good choice for you? It may not be a good choice for most of us, right? So you have to check the affordabilities and whether it falls into your budget or not. And of course, apart from being a good college, apart from being a financially fit option for us, it is also important for us to see that whether we are going to a safe option or not. So Canada students, it is one of the safest countries, ranked in the world for its international safety. The students coming from international lands, they feel really safe and secure in Canada because that is how the um, government is taking care of them. Okay, so you really don't have to worry that what am I going to do? Where am I going to stay? What if I'm going alone? No, you don't have to get worried. You're in Canada, right? And then, yeah, so you can obviously, when you're there in Canada, you can obviously go ahead and as a student, you can do your part-times as well. And that is for 20 hours a week, which could be really helpful for your living expenses. And yes, you can start living independent also, right? And of course, when you're going to a country like Canada, US, UK, or any other countries, you also have the option of cultural diversity. It's not only people, you don't meet only people from India, you meet people from worldwide. You have Chinese, you have people from Australia, you have people from Africa, America, everybody is there in Canada. So you can have that exposure to different cultures across the globe, right? And apart from all these best options, of course, the immigration opportunities, the post-study work visa opportunities, like, if you're going for a 2-year program, you get a 3 years of post-study work visa where you can start finding a job for yourself, and you can end up getting, a PR eventually. So that's how it is. These are the major points that anyone could choose one particular country, and Canada is a package, guys. You have all of this in one go, like you have the combos, right? Okay, so now let's just understand. Do you have any questions still here? Okay.
We will attend question and answer after the presentation only, Indra.
Okay, sure, man. So the education system in Canada, can someone help me with what are the options that you can avail in Canada? I have a few students in SRM University already, so maybe if they know it, I'll be more than happy to listen from them. PhDs, postdoctorate programs, okay. PG diploma and MS. So Venkata Navneet, and I've also seen that you have answered the DLI number. I think you have gone through the complete process already. Your research is done. That's correct, guys. You have postgraduate diploma programs and master's program. And in this call, I believe everybody is a bachelor student, right? You've come, I mean, in your final year, of course. So I'm just taking you to the next slide. Yes, so you have two options. Once a student has completed their bachelor's, you have many options in Canada. It's not only that you are only confined to do your master's program. No, guys, you have postgraduate diploma program and the master's program. Now, what is this PG diploma and master's? Usually in our education system, it's only the master's that we usually go ahead, right? So why should I choose a postgraduate diploma? What good is it doing? Is it going to do for my career perspectives, right? So in that case, we are going to answer those questions in the very next slides. Okay, but just to give you an understanding, I'm just trying to explain you what PG diplomas are and master's degree. So master's degree, it is the traditional way of education. Like after you complete your bachelor's, we obviously have the master's degree, which is usually for a 2-year program. Like for example, someone who's coming from a computer science background, you obviously have a master's degree in computer science. It is an MS, Masters of Science in Computer Science, you'll be opting for. And if you're looking forward for, if you're a mechanical student, you obviously end up with a Masters of Mechanical Engineering program, right? But on the other side, when you talk about the postgraduate diploma program, you don't talk about a course as a whole, but what you do is you pick some specializations of your course. Like for example, I'm a computer science student. I'm really interested in cybersecurity. I'm really interested in either artificial intelligence. So I just wanted to dwell completely into the subject. So at that point of time, these PG diploma programs, the postgraduate diploma programs, are going to do the job for you, because they explain you about the complete, they give you the knowledge about the complete in and out of that particular domain. Okay, so I can give you a postgraduate diploma in cybersecurity, a postgraduate diploma in artificial intelligence, mobile application development. I can also give you for data analytics. And at the same way, if you're looking forward for a triple E student, a renewable energy resources will do the job. Applied mechanic, electrical concepts could do the job, right? So to cut it very short, I would say that PG diplomas are the specialization courses, like they act as a bridge between the applicant and the job provider. So someone who's looking forward for a job in Canada or settlement in Canada can obviously go for a postgraduate diploma programs. They are 1 or 2 year programs. And coming to the masters, of course, a student who's looking forward to do a thesis program in Canada, or something in future you wanted to do your research papers and all that, you can opt the master's degree program. Okay, so that's how it is. So postgraduate diploma and master's program are very relevant to you. So that's the reason I'm just talking about these two options with you. Anyway, certificate, diploma, associate, and bachelor's, you have already crossed that line. So I'm not, taking much time in explaining all those options for you. Will that be fine? Yes, another thing is that when it comes to the postgraduate diploma program, they are usually offered at two options. One is the 1 year program, and the other thing is the 2 year program. And masters are typically offered at a 2 year phase. Okay, and most of the postgraduate diploma programs are offered at the college level, and the master's degree are only offered at the university level. Okay, and yes, in the very beginning of the seminar, I have seen someone asking me a question. Will Canada accept a 10 plus 2 plus 3? Yes, Canada accepts a 10 plus 2 plus 3 a year of education. So that means if you have done your 3 years of bachelor's also, that is still fine. You can still apply for a postgraduate diploma program. And a few institutions may also offer you some master's program. Okay. Yes. Now, what are the eligibility criteria, and how do I get eligible to apply for these institutions, whether it is PG diploma program or the master's program? How do I get eligible to apply for this? So what are the academic qualifications that I need to put in, whether it is master's or the PG diplomas? So I'll give you the requirement for master's as well as the postgraduate requirements. Okay. So any student who's planning to go ahead for a master's program, you need to have around 7.6 to 7 point, around at least 7.6 and above CGPA to get into a master's program. Typically, when you convert that into your percentages, it is around 71 to 72%. So a percentage of above 70% should be fine to apply for a master's program, but that is not going to ensure that you're going to get an admission because of the super high rush of applications at the Canadian universities. Okay. On the other hand, if you're looking forward for a PG diploma program, around 65% or 60 to 65% is also accepted. So you don't have to really worry about your credit, percentages. If you're having around 65%, it is good to go ahead for a PG diploma program as well. And another thing is that by now you're also aware that the backlog counts, right? So guys, the another thing about the academic requirements, the entry requirements, which plays a really vital role is the backlog count. So now when I say it is a backlog count, I just wanted to understand, the backlogs, I just wanted to explain, in fact, the total number of backlogs is the total number of repetitions. For example, you have just, reattempted one subject in your, in semester one, and you have cleared that in the third attempt after 2 or 3 repetitions. In the third attempt, you have closed it, you have cleared the exam. So that is not considered as one backlog, though it is one subject. You completed the exam within the 3 attempts, right? So it is considered to be a 3 backlog. So like that, Canada is going to count the total number of backlogs. So please make sure that your backlog count do not exceed more than 3 or 4 if you're looking forward for a master's, and nothing above 8 is accepted for a PG diploma program. Yeah, there might be some relaxations in some universities and colleges, but 90% of the institutions, this is the requirement. Okay. And apart from the academic requirements, obviously we have something called as the language requirement. So though our education system is completely in English, you still have to prove your language proficiency skills to the Canadian embassy or to the Canadian college, because our official language is still not English, right? So you have to take your language proficiency examinations. So IELTS is one which tops the list for Canadian institutions. So there are also other supporting language tests out there. You can also take Duolingo or a TOEFL exam, but it is highly recommended that you take up only IELTS test, because that is only going to give you a lot of positivity towards your visa. Okay, so what is the requirement now? So when you're looking forward, when you're writing your IELTS, please make sure that you score an overall band of 6.5, no band less than 6. You have 4 modules, guys: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. So in these 4 modules, you need to score an overall score of 6.5 with no band less than 6. So please make sure, okay, ma'am, I've got my 7.5 of score. Will I be eligible to apply for a college? But I have one band at 5.5. So your counselor is going to ask you to retake your IELTS. So please make sure that you're going to get really good scores, and 6.5 no band less than 6 is a minimum score for postgraduate diploma program. 7 and above is suggested for the master's program, right? And certain institutions and certain programs may need some professional experience. So just in case, if you're looking forward for a top-notch university, for an MBA program, they may ask you for at least 2 to 3 years of work experience. But usually, most of the technical courses do not need specific professional experience. It is usually the MBA programs that need an experience. So I'm not going to talk much about it, because I know the audience are from the engineering background. So I think you might be having some questions here, but yes, hold on to your questions. We'll definitely give time for you at the question and answer round. Okay, so do we have any scholarships in Canada? Yeah, we have a couple of scholarships in Canada, but trust me, guys, the tuition fee itself is really less, so you don't really need any kind of a scholarship to pursue your education in Canada. But yeah, you may get some scholarships once you're there in Canada. Like, for example, you may not get your scholarships when you're doing your application or when you're when you're in India. But once you're there in Canada, you can apply for international student scholarship and get one. Okay, that's how it works. And for that, of course, a good grade in your semester, once you're there in Canada, in the first semester, if you're able to score really good grades and you're able to be on the top list, obviously you can apply for some kind of scholarships and English language. So students who are having a bit higher scores, they may if the requirement is around 7 and if you're having a 7.5 or an 8 of IELTS score, after you're there in Canada, you can obviously apply for some internal scholarships which are available on board, so you can get them too. So proof of academic brilliance, if you have any kind of academic performance awards, that might also draw you some kind of extra amount in terms of scholarships. So extracurricular achievements, maybe some people who have some really outstanding sports thing, they can also apply, but everything is after you go to Canada only. You don't get any scholarship when you're there in India. I'll explain you why they are not providing scholarships from here. Okay, so how about the accommodations? Accommodation is usually, you can have a lot of options when you're there in Canada. And before I just talk about the accommodation, I just wanted to tell some more information about the financial rates, which I missed to tell you in the earlier slide. For a postgraduate diploma program, for a complete 2-year program, it is going to cost you around, somewhere around 20 to 22 lakhs. I'm giving you the average cost, guys. So it is how it is like around 20 to 22 lakhs. You're sorted, you're ready with your financials for a postgraduate diploma program. And when it comes to masters, it is around 25 to 30 lakhs for the complete 2 years of tuition fees in a university for a master's program. There are some institutions which might be a bit lesser also. So we'll have that once we are doing the profiling at our IDP offices. Okay. And then the best part about Canada is that the visa is a complete online system. You don't have to go for an interview as such. The application is an online process. You don't need additional financial documents to say that you're a financially fit student. You just have to do 1 year of tuition fees and 1 year of living expenses. Canada is not asking you a lot of information about, where are you getting your funds and all that. No, it's not really mandatory. So you can, so that's one positive edge where you don't have to worry, okay, my father don't have an ITR. So now what should I do? You don't really have to worry about it because Canada is not really asking about those documents. Of course, your academic documents and, all the, like the passport, the immigration forms, and that's how it is. Our IDP counselors are well certified and they know the process. So trust me, they're going to help you with the end-to-end process and giving you the right information at the right time. Okay. So going to the next slide. So yeah, why IDP? Just a second. Okay, so I just wanted to summarize whatever we have just now spoken. If you have any questions for me, you can. Mike, should we take the questions now or at the end?
Yeah, Indra, we can take. So the students who are asking, they are asking what about PhD or postdoc programs?
They have just given an answer, I believe. I've asked what are the options.
Okay. So what about transfer student in second year?
Yes, you can obviously have the transfer credits. So you just have to write to the email at the admissions team, and you have to completely give your curriculum to the to your planned university. And once they review your curriculum and your grades in the first and second years, you can obviously go ahead and after getting a credit evaluation, they will minus some credits from which you have already studied in your SRM university, and later on they will give you some additional courses which you didn't do here, and that is still possible. Credit transfer is possible in Canada, so you don't have to really worry about it.
Second is please explain about PhD program also. I think he's supposed to write PhD, but he's written PDH.
No problem. I'll explain that.
Okay.
Okay. So anyone who's looking forward for a PhD program, you need to go for a master's program only, and you should be making sure that you're applying for a direct, master's program which is at the thesis level. In Canada, you have two options: masters at the course level, and the other program is masters at the course. I mean, the thesis base. So you should be choosing a thesis based program so that you complete your masters as well as you get a thesis, you get a doctorate at the end of the course. Though you do a master's in course base, you can still approach some of the professors in your university and still get your options. But I just wanted to tell you a very important thing here. The admission requirements and the admission process for a PhD program, for a thesis program, is different from that of the course-based masters. So, like the way you ask for, like the way you ask references from your professors at SRM University, you need to get references from the university which you're applying to. Okay, so you have to take some permissions from the Canadian institutions to get qualified to apply for the thesis program. So that is called as the academic supervision. So you have to get in contact with the Canadian institution well in advance before you start your applications. I think that serves the answer. Okay, I have another question. Do we need income tax certificate? No, dear, you don't really need a IT return in order to file your visa. That's not really required for Canada. As far as you're doing your 1 year tuition fees and 1 year of living expenses, that should be absolutely fine. Is it okay to go to higher studies to Canada after 1 to 2 years doing job? Will it affect? No problem. So if you really find a job, if you are interested to go ahead for a 1 year or a 2 year of job and then going forward for an education, that still will never affect you in a negative way. As far as you are, occupied, an idle time would affect the visa processing, because that shows that the student is not doing anything for a extended time. But if you are doing a job, that will not impact your visa. Okay, I think any more questions? Okay, PG diploma is for job. Okay. Great. That's the end of the Canada session. So I think, madam, if we discontinue PhD, is there a chance to do a job? Can you please elaborate your question, because I didn't understand this. Okay, let me put it in this way. So you mean to say that you've gone to a PhD program in Canada and you wanted to discontinue that, which I really don't suggest you. But however, you may try for a job opportunity, but that I think you should be more specific about the question. I think Shrikant, you can take over.
Yeah, thank you, Indra. Thank you, Deepa ma'am, for giving this opportunity to assist your students to their dream destination. So my name is Shrikant. I deal with UK destination in IDP. I am working from last 5 years and I send almost 600 to 700 students to UK. And they are well settled in UK. And most of the students from SRM Chennai branch went to UK. So today I will take you through a small PPT which will give you more insights about why you want to study in UK, why not other countries, what are the scholarship options, what are the internships, and what are the job options after completing your masters in UK. Just a minute, I will share my screen. Hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, Shrikant.
Yeah, today we will discuss about a small PPT regarding why you want to study in UK, why not other countries. Today we will discuss about topics like why study in UK, what are the job options after completing your masters, and what are the scholarships you will get depending upon your bachelor percentage, and what are the internship options, and why you want to process through IDP. So first we will discuss about why you want to study in UK. So as you all of you know, UK is the world leader in many areas of education, including engineering, science, art, design, business, and management. And UK is famous for business courses like MBA. Most of the students are passionate about MBA to do in UK universities. As you know that UK universities are globally ranked, and most of the universities are ranked below 100. And you can take out of 10 universities, 4 universities are from UK, like Oxford, Cambridge, Imperial, King's College London. So we are having so many universities like that. So particularly why you want to study in UK and why UK education. UK education is globally competitive. So students coming to UK experience a lively globally competitive education in exciting and stimulating diversity of choice. So UK consists of 4 parts mainly. One is England, another is Scotland, second one is Wales, and third one is Northern Ireland. So you can choose wherever you want, and you can choose academically. If you take Scotland, we are having some famous universities like University of Glasgow and University of Edinburgh. If you take Wales, we are having Cardiff, and if you take Northern Ireland, we are having Belfast. If you take London, we are having some famous universities like Oxford and Cambridge. And we are having some flexibility, so you can choose different courses in postgraduate. Suppose if you are going from a computing background, you can go for a data science, or you can go for a computer networks or artificial intelligence, and you can go for a business analytics. Those are the popular programs, and you will get job easily after completing your masters, and you can get very good internship with Accenture, Facebook, and Microsoft. And if you take a mechanical engineer, you can go to a automotive or advanced mechanical. Or if you take a EEE student, he can go to artificial intelligence and robotics. And if you take a ECE student, he can go to communication systems, or he can go to computing. And next, you can work while you are studying. In UK, the university is only for 2 days. Remaining 4 to 5 days, you can work part-time job. Minimum, you will work 20 hours per week and 40 hours during your holidays. So in UK, the education system is total, we are having 3 SEMs. So first 2 SEMs you need to study. Third SEM you need to do a project. And total we need to get a 180 credits to get a master's program. 120 credits is for subjects and 60 credits is for project. Suppose if you don't complete your project, you will get a diploma or PG diploma program that is not valid in India. So if you complete your project, you will get a proper master's degree that is valid globally. So if you are not interested to work in UK, you can work in USA with the degree, or you can work in Canada with the degree. And for UK, for Canada PR, you can get a 20 extra points for UK degrees. And in Australia, you can work with UK degree. Without studying in Australia, you can directly work in UK or Australia. And it's an investment for future. So as I told you, the degrees are valid globally. You can work anywhere in world. So particularly UK universities are globally recognized. So they are recognized by every country, highly ranked. All the universities are globally ranked, and most of the universities are public funded universities. We will not send students to colleges, as they don't have right to work in UK, and it is quality assured. And UK government is regularly audit the UK universities. That is called QAA, Quality Assurance Agency. So they will provide all the facilities, like we are having 24/7 library, we are having health and well-being, we are having student union, and different study of approach. Here we will get, in India, we will get theoretical knowledge, but whereas in UK, you will get more practical knowledge. So most of the study, 80% of your master's study based on assignments. You need to submit your assignments that is assessed by the professors. So that is a different study approach, and you need to do paper presentations. You need to do group discussions, and you need to do project on your own. So after that, you will get your master's degree. So these are the some UK highlights. UK holds 4 wall top 10 universities like Oxford, Cambridge, King's College, and home to 30 of the world's top 200 universities. And UK has 78 Nobel Prize winners in science and technology. So do you know UK is one of the best automotive manufacturer? You can take Jaguar and Range Rover. They are exported to India. UK is the second aerospace industry, and UK is the world-class interior design. So now we can speak about employability in UK after completing your masters. So these are the top 10 subjects for graduate employability in UK: Maths, Mechanical Science, Civil Architecture. So all the courses are having very good pay. Per year, you can get a minimum pay of £40,000. It's for economics, computers, accounting, engineering, finance. So every course is having the same pay. As after completing your masters, you can apply for a job in UK. The minimum national wage is £25,000. So that is 25 lakhs in INR. If you get a job in a Indian MNC like TCS or Wipro, the minimum package is like 5 to 6 lakhs. Whereas if you study the same course in UK, you have a chance to get a minimum package of 25 to 30 lakhs. Depends upon your capability and performance in the interview. The pay may ranges up to 40,000. So particularly we are having some scholarships in UK. So these are the scholarships provided by UK government and UK universities. And if you are having a minimum 70%, you will get a package of 3,000. You will get a scholarships of 3,000 to 5,000 pounds. And we are having some women's scholarships, STEM scholarships that is fully funded. Every year, every university is giving 5 women's STEM scholarships. So it is the advantage. If you are having above 70%, your total tuition fees is waived off by the university. So that is decided by the university. It's case to case. So these are the main requirements for the scholarships. One is academic requirements. The minimum academic requirement is 70%. And we need a proper statement of purpose. What is meant by statement of purpose? That is, you need to describe why you need to study in UK, why particularly this course, why not other countries, why particularly going to this university, why this course, and your credentials. So UK is famous for basically internships, okay? If you are going for a master's program, you can do an internship. So you will get your visa starting for 2.5 years. After that, you will get another 2 years post-study work. So total 4.5 years. So what is meant by internship in UK? When you are studying a master's degree, first sem, second sem, you will study in university and you will do internship for 1 year in UK or any other country. That depends upon you. And after completing your internship, you can come back to university and you can finish your project and apply for a PSW, post-study work option. So the post-study work option is for 2 years. The UK government is giving 2 years PSW. In those 2 years, you can look for a job. And if you get a minimum package of 25,000 pounds, you can apply for a tier 2 visa that is called 3+2 5 years. So if you stay 10 years in UK, you have a chance to get a PR in UK. So that is the major advantage comparing to other countries. And what are the major advantages comparing to other countries like UK? Why you want to study? The main thing is low tuition fee. You can finish your master's degree within 13 to 14 lakhs. And second one is you can complete your master's degree in 9 months and you are available to the job market within 9 months. Whereas in other countries, you need to study for 2 years masters and you need to spend more money on your masters. So that is a major advantage in UK. You can spend and you can do your internship
and you are paid while doing your internship. Like you can get a minimum pay of 15 to 20,000 pounds. When you are studying only, you are ready to earn the money. And the second one is the universities are globally recognized. And we are having two types of universities in UK. One is modern universities and another one is Russell Group universities. And the major advantage is there is no need of IELTS or there is no need of GRE to the UK. Straight away, you can apply to the UK universities, you will get offer. If you are having a English marks of 70 in your intermediate, you are from a state board or central board, there is no need of IELTS. But for some universities in UK require IELTS, it depends upon case to case. The IELTS requirement is minimum 6.5, no band less than 6. And there is no need of GRE or GMAT to the UK universities. So exclusively we are having two intakes. One is summer intake and second one is fall intake. If you are having any friends who are ready to apply to the UK, you can suggest them summer intake, which is May, and the deadline is next month. So March 25th is the deadline to apply for summer intake. These are the some universities open for summer intake. And the next intake is September, that is the major intake for UK. Almost 130 universities open for admissions, and the deadline is July 25th. So you can directly apply to the UK universities without any English language. So the main documentation required for UK universities is we need your passport, we need your 10th, 12th, and we need your bachelor memos. We need letter of recommendations from your professors from SRM University, and we need its SOP, statement of purpose. These are the documents required to apply for a admission in UK. So as my manager said, Mayank sir, why you need to choose IDP? So these are the some plus points. Trusted since 45 years. We are the proud co-owner of IELTS, and we placed over 4 lakh students. And for UK, we don't have any visa rejections till now. We are having 99% success rate, and we are having almost partnership with 95 UK clients. Those are all best for study. So thank you everyone. That's the end of my PPT. If you are having any questions, please put in the chat box, so I will able to answer those questions. Hi students, if you are having any questions, please put in the chat box. Iram, you can take over the presentation.
Sure, sir. Hello, good morning, team SRM University. I'm Iram, and I'll be handling the USA destination. So, yeah. Is my screen visible?
Yes, Iram, yes.
Okay. So as USA is one of the most wanted destinations for the students, most like for the South Indian students, most probably I can tell. So it is the most wanted destination. So everybody wants to go to USA, and why it is because I'm here going to explain like why every student wants to go to USA rather than any other destination. So I'm going to explain it. So certified by American International Recruitment Council. So IDP is certified by American International Recruitment Council. About USA. So USA has more than 4,500 institutions. Academic flexibility. So what academic flexibility means? So student from every background, like if the student is from mechanical or civil or architecture, he can shift to any other background. So for the masters, so for suppose if the student is studying to civil and he wants to shift to computer science or data analytics, so there are universities that are going to offer him the admits. So there are students for the mechanical engineering as well. So if the student is from a mechanical engineering background and he wants to shift to a computer science background, if he wants to do a computer engineering or software engineering, so there are universities which are going to offer him the admits, and the visa probability is also good. Experimental learning, a wide expanse of course offer. So the course flexibility is very good. So the course curriculum is actually very flexible. The student can choose their electives and all. Brilliant scope for research, value addition, cultural environment. So the cultural environment is very good, and the students from the different backgrounds who come in one place in USA to study. So they all students who are going to be from the East region, from Egypt, or they are going to be students from China, and they are going to be students from Africa. So from people from all cultures, go to USA to study. Commitment to enhance excellence and financial support. So what financial support means, if the student he comes from like a middle class background or something, there are universities which are going to offer him a budget friendly universities, I may say. He can complete like 2 years in 16 lakhs to 25 lakhs. So there are universities which are going to offer him a 2 years course in like 2 years course in 16 lakhs or so. And job opportunities, there are going to be huge job opportunities and trainings and optional practical trainings. So the USA visa is for 5 years. So 2 years will be the study and not 2 years completely. So the course may end within 16 months to 25 months. So it is based on university to university, and after completing his course, he can go to optional practical training for 3 years. So 2 years study and 3 years OPT. And so some of the facts about USA. USA is a headquarters to maximum Fortune 500 companies. So maximum Fortune 500 companies are in USA only. USA is the highest Nobel Prize winning country with 368 winners. And R&D expenditure by US colleges and universities, 71.8 billion in 2016. That is throughout the world. USA is among the top 10 countries in the world for the being most innovative country. And yes, of course, some of the top 10 companies, the CEOs are Indians only, and most of them are South Indians. So that is why there's a lot of praise for USA within South Indians. So Sundar Pichai, Indra Nooyi, Shantanu Narayan. So all these are like most of them are South Indians, and they're working with the top companies like Google, PepsiCo, Adobe Systems. And education in USA. So what should be the criteria of shortlisting the universities first? So first should be the program. The student should think like what is the program he wanted to go. Like if he's from the computer science background, he has to choose whether he wants to go for a data science or he wants to go for a software engineering or AI, artificial intelligence, which is most opted by the students nowadays. And next is accreditation. So the student also needs to check the university accreditation, whether how many accreditation it has, and where the university is, and the cost. Cost may vary from region to region. For suppose if you are in Texas, if you are planning to go in Texas, the expenditure is going to cost you way lesser than New York or California. So the student has to look in that as well, like what is the region he's planning to go, and he also has to look for the climatic conditions as well. And next is location. As I said, if you're planning for like states like Texas or something, the climate is going to be same or more or less than India. And if you're planning for New York or Minnesota or Wyoming, then the climatic conditions are going to be a bit extreme. And the rankings of the universities also. Next is student to teacher ratio. Like most of the USA universities offer 16:1 ratio for the students. For 16 students, there will be 1 professor. So the student needs to check the student teacher ratio as well, so that they can have the good exposure with the learning. So if there are less students, then the exposure will be more for the learning. And classroom environment. So sessions and timelines. So there are specific timelines for every intake. So USA admissions are always rolling. There's nothing like, you can go in this particular region, like this particular time or that particular time. So fall is a huge intake for them because all the universities, like 4,500 universities, and with all the programs are available in fall. Whereas in spring intake, a few of the universities, like if there are 4,500 universities available in fall, then spring there are going to be 2,500 universities available for you. And the summer is the smallest intake, but still the students can plan to go to summer intake because the rush will be less, and the acceptancy will be more because the rush will be less, and your visa may get selected. So for fall, you should start prior 6 months. So if you're planning to apply to August, then you should most probably start your process by December or January, because most of the top universities like Ivy League universities or Tier 1 universities will have the deadlines way before any other university. And also there is one more criteria like early bird applications. So if you are applying early, then there are chances of you getting the scholarship early. Like there are scholarships available for early birds. So every student who is applying in the month of December or November, for the next August, they will get the early bird scholarships for every university. And winter, there are opportunities on the merit basis. So if your profile is good, then definitely winter and like spring intake is best for you. And summer, scholarships are going to be available same on the merit basis. But in the fall, there are early bird application scholarships. So requirements for USA educations. So if you're planning for an undergrad, then the duration is for 4 years, and you need to take SAT or ACT, and English proficiency is IELTS, TOEFL, Duolingo, and even for some universities, they'll accept PTE as well. So what happens now? So what now they are doing is they are waiving off this SAT and ACT exams as well for some of the universities for the undergrads. And for the graduate education, the duration will be for 2 years. Test will be GRE and GMAT. English proficiency will be IELTS, TOEFL, Duolingo, PTE, whatever you wanted to take. They are going to be the universities which are going to accept. And IELTS and TOEFL is widely accepted, whereas in Duolingo is 70% accepted. And for computer science program, if you're planning to go for a computer science program, then GRE is a kind of mandate for most of the universities. But there are still universities who are going to waive off the GRE with the computer science program as well. And if you're planning for a mechanical or civil or architecture, so or business analytics, there are universities who do not require GRE. Most probably 70% for these programs, the universities has waived off the GRE, but computer science GRE is like, it's kind of mandate to write if you're planning to go to a good university. And the PhD, if you're planning, then the duration will be 3 years, and GRE and GMAT is not that mandatory again, and English proficiency is mandatory. Timeline to get admission. So, you should take the admission test first. So admission test means like if you're planning your IELTS or GRE, and then you need to shortlist the universities according to your profile. Like, you need to check the backlogs they are going to accept, whether they are not more than 2 or not more than 4. So you need to check all those, and you need to check the locations and per credit, what is the fee they are charging, everything, and prepare your application and wait for the decision. So decision, it's not very early in USA. It is going to take you at least 1 to 2 months, or for some universities, it is going to take you 3 months to get the decision. So if the student is applying early, then the decision will take within 2 to 3 months, and the process will be quicker, because for USA, first come first serve basis. So if you are applying first with the baddest profile as well, you may have the chances to get the admit. As in, if the student is applying, delaying with a very good profile as well, the student may have the chances of not getting the admit. So first come first serve basis is the process for USA. And application components. So the student needs to have some of this, documents ready before applying. Standardized test scores, statement of purpose. So your statement of purpose should be very strong in order to get your offer letter. So most probably, 40% is based on your statement of purpose or essays, and then 30% on your letter of recommendations, transcripts, resumes, financial documents. And one more thing, you don't need to worry about your backlogs. So there are universities which are going to accept the 10 or 15 backlogs as well. So there are universities like Tier 2 or Tier 3 universities if you're planning to go. So backlogs are also like, not a huge criteria. So myths about USA. So some people may tell it's way too expensive, or my grades are not good enough. I must apply to top ranked universities. It's not like you must apply to top ranked universities. You can also apply to Tier 2 and Tier 3 universities, and you will have the chances of getting the H1B same as them. And if your grades are not good, then also you can apply, and you will have the chances of getting the admit. And it's not expensive. As I said, you can start your 2 years program within 16 lakhs. And benefits of applying now. So waivers, as I said, waivers in standardized tests like GRE, as TOEFL or IELTS is not waived because English proficiency test is mandatory for them, as it's an English speaking country. Equal opportunities for scholarships and financial aids. As I said, for scholarships, if you're applying early, even if your profile is bad, then you'll have the chances of getting the scholarship. And after the time period is done, then it is given on your merit basis. Student plan to give faster turnaround time. Application fee waivers have been offered. In IDP, there are few institutions, like we have 125 plus universities which we are working with as clients, and some universities will offer you application fee waivers. And and some universities will give you case by case. So if your profile is good, then they are definitely going to give you the fee waiver. Process of applying in still the time. So you can book your free counseling session, and if you have any doubts, you may ask. I end the session here.
Hiram, there's a question about how about transfer programs in second year?
So transfer program after going there.
I mean, I think the student is there in the second year. He just wanted to understand what are the options.
For the bachelor's, right?
Yeah, from the bachelor's to.
Yes, definitely. If the university, he can transfer his credits from here. If the universities are accepting, first we need to, mail it to the university if they are ready to accept, and to transfer the credits from, from Indian institution to US institution, because the curriculum will be very different from us. And yeah, they may accept, they may not accept, but first we have to, mail it to the universities so that we can know.
How do we start applying through IDP for this year winter semester for universities in USA for MS in Industrial Engineering and Management program?
Yeah, MS in Industrial.
I am a final. Just a minute, I am a final semester student from mechanical engineer background.
Yes, if you have documents or if you have grade sheets till 3-2, you can start applying with IDP for the industrial engineering program. And you don't even require GRE. You just need your IELTS, or you can even start with Duolingo. Duolingo, the results will be out only in 5 hours, within 5 hours. So you can give your Duolingo and you can start your process if your IELTS slots are not getting booked. So there are universities still available for you till April.
Any more questions, students? Sure, I think one more question, ma'am, from Nikleshwar. I have all documents available which you mentioned. I want to start the application process with you. You can contact me or please send me your
Okay, I'll just note down your mail ID and I'll mail you.
Students, feel free to discuss if you have any other queries related to Canada, US, and UK. Please feel free to discuss. This is an open platform. You can ask all your questions. Okay, so I believe there's no question now.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Indira ma'am. Thank you, Shrikant sir and Imran Naz ma'am. And Mayank sir, it's a very great joining hands with you, sir. And I think most of the students just thought about what is abroad plans and all, and what the questions and all they have having they discussed with you. And
Yep.
students, please keep in touch with us. And coming up weeks also, we are planning many of the events like this webinars, which are going to make you all to help of selecting each and every destination, explaining you all clearly about the application process and scholarships and all the internships and etc. everything. So whenever we are holding any event or webinar, please be in touch. Please do join the webinars and inform to your friends and see that it comes to the grid. Okay. Thank you, Mayank sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for providing this opportunity, and definitely it will be great to help all SRM students.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Indira ma'am. Thank you, Shrikant sir. And thank you, Imran.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for providing this opportunity.